What's going on, guys? Max the Melonhead here, bringing y'all another little video. Today it's probably gonna be a little quick one. I don't have a lot of time left in this sesh. As you can see, I'm at one of my favorite little local spots in New Paltz at the middle school. I did the little video where I was working on right-on 50/50s here, and I got up that big curb over there, and you know, I love this spot. I always have a good time here. Today, not having a great time just because I'm still getting used to the new Baker board. My ollies just don't feel as comfortable as they were because of that shorter wheelbase still. My landings feel weird. Was just battling getting up that big curb again for the last half hour unsuccessfully. But you know, it's only the third day of me riding this board. I haven't been able to practice ollies like that consistently in over a week or two. So I understand there's a lot of factors that are involved with like feeling confident in tricks, and that means being confident on your board, you know, consistent practice. And you know, we're gonna get back to where we were with the ollies. But yeah, for today's video, you know, I figured I got a little bit of time, might as well work on something new that I haven't really been working on in a while. And that is slappy nose slides. Specifically, I wanna do some slappy nose slides on this really buttery curb right here. It's perfect height just to get your nose right up on there and kind of get into a good slide. Haven't really practiced these in a little while. But you know, if we could just get, you know, one or two decent slappy nose slides for this video, that'll turn my day around. That'll turn my sesh around. And you know, I'm still just happy to be out here on the board and making content and having fun, but it can be frustrating like working on old tricks that you just like can't seem to get because of certain factors. But you know, that's why we're gonna work on something new today, and hopefully we can get that. So I'm gonna start warming up with some nose stall variations on this other little curb over here, just to get used to getting the nose up on the curb. I haven't done any type of nose slides or nose stalls on my new Baker board yet, so gonna break that nose in as well. But yeah, let's get to it and have a good little sesh over here. Yeah, here we go. All right, guys, so I'm feeling pretty warmed up here with the nose stall variations. You know, got the standard nose stalls down, got the river dance, got the body varial, got a couple fakie tricks off. Nose is starting to get a little wear on it, so I think it's time to move over to the waxed up curb and try to get some sloppy nose slides going. To start this, what I recommend is definitely just like going at an angle with some speed, get into a nose stall and quickly like pivot out to fakie. That's kind of how I've in the past started to get my nose slides to work. It's just really going fast, like not super fast, but just going into a nose stall with a little bit of speed, pivot out to fakie, and then just roll away. And getting out regular is a different story. We're gonna see how it feels both ways, but let's get over here and just start getting warmed up on the, getting a little slide on there, and let's see if we can get a couple. Got that one to slide a little bit. You know, I didn't get like super far into it, but I definitely felt a little bit of movement on the nose. So I feel like we're starting to get comfortable just kind of like getting into the stall and pivoting out both directions we've done now. So now it's just about kind of getting lower with your knees, you know, getting to a stable stance, getting a little bit more speed, and really pushing the rest of my weight onto the nose while I have speed, and just kind of letting it take me. It's a fine line, just like with board slides, just like with slappy board slides. I don't know, you don't want to lean too far back because that's when you slip out, and that's kind of like the worst case scenario. But you don't want to lean too far forward either, because if you lean too far forward, you're just going to get stuck right away and you're going to fly forward, or you're just not going to go at all. I like to hang my toes off ever so slightly. As I'm coming up, I have my front foot already on the nose. I have my other foot on the tail, toes hanging off just like an inch or two, and then kind of putting a bit more weight into my heels while getting really low. And then just depending on what you do with your shoulders is if you're gonna get off fakie or regular. If you really turn into it, you're gonna get off fakie. If you lock your shoulders kind of like parallel with the ledge or the curb or whatever, then you're gonna go straight, and then you can turn back out and get off regular. But you know, don't worry about that type of stuff when you're learning this. You know, just kind of get used to getting onto the curb and off of it with just ever so slightly, a little bit of speed like we just were doing, and then just go from there and work your way up. So let's see if we can actually start getting some lengthy slides going. All right. All right, we got it to slide a little bit there. Not like amazingly, and my back wheels didn't get all the way off the ground, but you know, I felt that slide. I felt the friction go away, so just got to get more like leaned onto the curb is basically my problem. I kind of like don't commit my front foot enough, and my back wheels always drag. That's kind of like a safer thing to do, because if you do slip out, you're kind of like just in the air then. So keeping your back wheels on, definitely you have that bit more security, but it's not going to be as good for actually getting the trick. So I just got to get into that commitment and get a feel for it first, I guess. So let's go. Definitely got a decent slide there. My back wheels were still touching, so it's kind of like almost like a little bit of a power slide while your nose is on a curb, but that felt pretty decent. I think we can do better, but you know, I'm feeling more confident already on this obstacle, so here we go. That felt close, that felt real good. That was a decent slide, okay. We're making progress here, faster than I thought. If you watch the board slide video, I feel like I'm making a little bit quicker progress with this right now. Definitely want to get like the wheels more off the ground, like I said. I'm kind of being redundant there. I am kind of cheating it in a way of doing that, but you know, at least we're getting a feel for the trick. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this rolling. We got a little bit more time, so you know, let's see what we can do with it. When you see that happen, that's just me not committing my front foot onto the curb. That's me just hanging too far back on my back foot, and I'm just getting immediately stuck. So you'll see. Whenever I put my weight on the actual nose, on the actual curb, that's when it's sliding the best. So remember that when you're working on these. Something I learned on that one right there, I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm trying to like, if you're trying to learn these, I want to like give at least my opinion on what I'm doing in the moment here. I think it's better to go slower and commit your foot onto the curb rather than to go fast and not fully commit your front foot. Because when I'm going fast is when I'm not fully committing and I'm getting stuck, ironically. But when I go a little bit slower and actually put my full weight onto the curb, that's when I'm actually getting my best slides. So just remember to like work your speed up on this. You don't need a lot of speed. to get a good slide as long as the curb is waxed up or lacquered, kind of like this one is. So keep that in mind. Also at skate parks, like ledges and stuff there are always gonna probably be pretty waxed up too. So you don't need as much speed as you think for something like this. Definitely the best one yet, I'd say. I don't know, I haven't seen all the attempts. I've just been like fully going on this. But that one felt like the cleanest as far as the slide goes. So let's get like one or two more like decent ones like that, and then we can just wrap up this video because I don't have a ton of time today. But I at least wanted to get something new, and we've already accomplished that. So let's just end it on like one or two more good attempts, and I'll like wrap up what I feel about this trick and what works and what doesn't. Very clean. I think we're gonna end on that one. That was super, super clean, or at least it felt clean. All right, guys, so I think I want to say that that was a decently successful sesh for the amount of time that we had. I only had like 20 minutes to like try to get something on there, and we kind of worked our way up slow, like you saw. Started with just normal nose slides, getting comfortable getting the nose up onto the curb. Then from there, got a little more technical, tried the river dance, tried the body varial with the nosestall. Just getting really, honestly, if you're trying to learn these, the first step, get really comfortable on nosestalls, trying different little like quirky things on the curb like that. The two that I know are river dance and nosestall body varial. Those two, even though they might look a little hard, they're really not that intimidating once you get the concept of just nosestalls in general. I guess I can make another video in the future just teaching nosestalls, because that's a whole nother thing in itself. But once you get past the nosestalls, you saw I just kind of like gradually like worked my way onto that curb. Like just going with a little speed, you kind of nosestall, but immediately just like pivot to fakie or pivot back to regular. And just kind of like tapping and getting off and keep moving. And then from there, like you saw, just get a little more speed. You got to commit your front foot a lot more onto the curb. If you want to get it to actually slide, you have to commit all your weight basically onto the nose, no matter what speed you have. Because you can go really fast, but if you have too much weight on your back foot, you're just gonna like power slide and get hooked up almost instantly. So I would recommend, you know, just going with a bit slower of speed and really committing fully with your foot onto the nose. And from there, you know, you just keep progressing. Like mine weren't amazing. I still have a lot of work to put into this trick, but as you can see, it doesn't take a lot of time to start sliding on a curb like this. Slappy nose slide is definitely one of the, sorry, there's like dogs barking, everything's going crazy right now. But slappy nose slide, I think, is one of the easiest slappy tricks that you can learn. I've heard everyone say on YouTube and other sources that it is the easiest. And as you can see, you can just easily work your way onto this trick if you're comfortable like doing things with your nose already, like the stalls and stuff. You can see my board definitely broke the nose in now, which I like. I don't like having a clean nose because I do a lot of like nose stalls and stuff. So when I get a fresh board and it looks all like nice and pretty, I don't like that. I like it to be worn down a little bit. So I'm already liking the way this board's looking now a lot more. And honestly, I think that's all I have to say. If you have any questions about this trick, you know, comment down below and I can answer to the best of my ability. And yeah, you know, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. You know, I love everybody who supports me and just, you know, supports my journey in skateboarding. And yeah, just like and subscribe, and you know, I'll catch you on the next video, because we're gonna keep pumping them out and we're gonna keep having fun together. So have a good rest of your day. Peace.